Mm. A little better. Yeah, anybody will show up. Maybe, maybe not. One person's here, possibly by accident. I'll know when they leave in 2 seconds. Yeah, I guess I just look like shit. If you're here on purpose, let me know who you are. Say something. Ah, nope, guess not. Oh well. Hey, Brandy. I was just typing I'm live all by myself. How you doing this evening? Because it's night where you're at. It's like it might just be you and me visiting. Yeah, we've finally gotten under 100 for the first time in months. We had rain yesterday and it brought our temperatures down. Finally. But now it's real humid and sucks outside. Let's see where you're at. Hot's what? 90 degrees? 95? I mean, that's still hot. Sucks, but it's funny. Somebody keeps dropping in the live and backing out. We're like, damn it, it's still them. I don't know if I like this camera. I mean, like this, it looks okay, but in a minute it'll flick and looks different. Does that look weird above my head like that? I just don't know if it works better up higher. Man, it has been this has been the worst summer we've had in a long, long time. I can't remember how many days. I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks of straight of over 100 degrees. Sometimes when I leave for work at 4 in the morning, it's still 84 degrees outside. Can you hear me okay? I don't want to sit there like that and talk like that. I'm hoping it picks me up okay. Okay, cool. Since you're the only one here, that's the only one that matters. It's funny how many people say they're going to be here and then they don't show up or they show up late. I didn't get to release videos yesterday. I got I got 3 I need to release. Going to upset some people. I find it odd these which is better, the original or the cover. People that can't be non-biased. Gary's hoping to join us. Is in Yeah, he always has internet problems. I had an internet problem last week. That's what happened at the end when it just cut off. There was an outage somewhere, so they were working, but that didn't fix the problem. I mean, it did fix the problem, but it still cut my stream off. Yeah, they don't like wire. They just want the hay and the feed pellets. Fixing to go sell them in 2 weeks. We're gonna haul them off. The drought's just too bad. Everybody's selling out right now. We're having to get our hay from California. I mean, we buy it here, but they get it from California. And the price is tripled. Now there's 4 people here and 3 will drop out because they're like, "Oh, damn it, it's that guy again." I appreciate you being here talking to me, Brandy. Oh, no, it's don't worry about that. At least you're talking. I mean, if I had to type, my responses would be a lot slower too, which is weird because I type a lot. I know, I guess it's just not something I felt like I need to important. I'm waiting to see if any of the little fanboys show up that have been getting upset about some of the stuff I've said. Well, actually, I just want to try to tell me how a song is constructed. I find that interesting. Like I've never heard music before. I just started doing this last week. I always wonder when people drop in and they don't say anything if I'm supposed to do magic tricks or stuff. I know I say that every week, but that's just what I think every week when that happens. If I dropped in a live stream, I'd at least say something like, "What the hell are you doing?" Hi, people that are visiting for a few seconds. That that was really close on that one, and there've been you can tell fanboys when they comment, and I've had to practice using my restraint and being a big boy and not just saying mean things. Uh, it was really, really close. I mean, I've been a fan of Judas Priest since 1980. Uh, hey, what's up, DC? Uh, but it was that close. And had I done the live versions, it would have been Love Bites winning hands down. Wow, that must have pissed a bunch of people off because we just went from 6 to 1. And it did not take me long, did it? Uh, but yeah, it was just really close on that one. Uh, because if I remember when I reacted to the Love Bites version of that the first time when I reacted to it, I think it was the live version. And with the live version, it wasn't even a contest because I had actually queued up Judas Priest's live version. And then when I went to look for Love Bites live version, I couldn't find it. There was a couple of people make comments. There was actually somebody just drop a comment on that video just about an hour ago that says the original is always better than the cover, and that's not even close to true. There's tons of covers that are better than the original. A lot of people don't even know that they're covers. I think if you could put Rob's vocals on that would have been that would have been perfect. Uh, I put them fairly close. I thought she did a really good job, but yeah, you know, Rob has a unique voice, and so you really can't beat him as far as doing Judas Priest songs. Uh, but I thought she did a really, really good job because sometimes her vocals are not that strong. She seems to be getting better, so I'm pretty sure she's working with a vocal coach. Uh, Yeet sucks. Amen. Man. I've been trying to think if I should do another video talking about how bad Yeet is. Say he's just a revamped version of what's his name, Playboy Cardi. Yeah, she her for that her she really stepped up her game, but she just can't belt it out like Rob can. Uh, but I thought she did a really great job, which is why I paired them fairly equal. I was as fair and unbiased as I could be in that reaction. Hey, dude, that's cool. Uh, I like reading comments, but well, not all the time. I get some dumbass comments. But dude, that's cool. You didn't have to tell me you're young by calling me old man. I knew that you were young. And let me just swap that back over to you. But I appreciate you watching, dude. That's cool. And that you're here. I think it's kind of funny when people come in and there was a guy say that I can't remember what song it was, but he said they say um oh shit, what was that he said? Hey Mickey, what's up? Another day on top of the dirt. I'm always thankful for waking up on top. Uh shit. I can't remember what the conversation was. What? Uh right now my favorite rapper is Samson. Okay, no, it's not a secret. I can tell you, Brandy. I've been telling everybody. The next one that I've already shot is Iron Maiden and Nemophila, The Trooper, and then the one after that will be Bad Company and Five Finger Death Punch, Bad Company. But I've already shot episode 4. I have to shoot episode 5, which I'll do tomorrow. Uh, the I will say I'm not going to tell you the outcome, but I will say that some people will probably be surprised by which one I picked as the better one. It was really, really close, and I had to be unbiased and focus strictly on the playing, not shit. You might as well say little Slim Dizzy Whizzle. That would have made as much sense. My parent, they time me out when I listen to 69. But I like music, you know. We all have different tastes, man. I'm not judging you for liking him. Uh, I'm sure I like shit that a lot of people other don't like. I've never ever worried about that. I like what I like. And that's just the way it goes. Uh, I mean, my friends used to hate the fact that some of the shit I listen to, but I don't care. If you let your friends pick your music, yeah, might as well let them pick your clothes and what you eat and who you date and all that kind of shit too. So you like what you like no matter what. The problem with that is a lot of people think they can judge you for not liking the same shit they do. I catch a lot of shit from that. That's right, Randy. You are. I mean, a lot of people I don't understand why they watch reactions. They click on a reaction and want to hear their opinion coming out of the reactor's face, and if they don't, the reactor sucks and they don't know what they're talking about. Well, DC, the reason I don't have more viewers and subscribers is because I don't phony it up. People want to see reactors going, like that one guy. I don't want to call names because then people go start shit. But there's those guys that do that. Oh man, oh shit, that's the best thing ever to every fucking song, and that's just impossible. Oh man, I dropped the f bomb. There goes my monetization. Um, but that's what a lot of people check in. They want to see, and they want to hear a reactor say, "I love your song. I love this song. It's the best song ever." No, this is the best song, and this song. I'm not going to do that. That's for one. It's not does even sound right. But they want reactors to act like asshats and to say that all their songs are great, and it's just not realistic. So because I'm honest and I don't do that, some people get pissed off, and it's slowed up my channel. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I got to look at myself in the mirror, and I can't be doing that. Oh, there's tons of them fake reaction reactors out there, and they're all doing really well. All the really honest ones and the ones that aren't doing all that dumb shit that are not doing well. What's up, Gino? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. You're 13. You were 13, almost 14. Man, I remember that. I was in Bamberg, Germany when I was 13 years old. I am 55 years old. Do I see my dislikes? Yes. Y'all don't see them, but the creators do. It shows up on our page. I still have somebody that goes through. I mean, what's up, Keith? I should have said hey before I answered your question. But yes, we see our dislikes. I have somebody that will randomly go through, and I know they're not watching the videos because they'll just go through and dislike all of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. What'd you say? Oh my God, for DC? 55 is not bad. At 13, I thought 55 was bad. It's not. Got some creaks and shit, but aches and pains. But it is what it is. It could be worse. I have friends younger than me that look and act older than me. So, and that was a good question, Keith. But yeah, we see them. The last one I got, the last one that I got a lot of dislikes on, I think was the Radiohead one. Uh, I haven't been getting a whole lot lately. I think some people got pissed off about the Upchurch one. Oh, it's not telling me there. I'll have to click over. The mobile app's not telling me. You turn 59 this Sunday. See, Mickey knows 50's not bad, and he's almost 60. I'm not far behind. But a lot of people got upset about my Upchurch reaction, and I think before that was Radiohead, or the one before that was Radiohead. And that one got a lot of dislikes. But it doesn't matter to me. I mean, it is what it is. It's still getting a reaction, which is my job basically. Well, Mickey, I mean, DC, you shouldn't want to be old yet, dude. You're 13, almost 14. You got a lot of living to do. Do not worry about getting old. Worry about living your life. Focus on what you're doing. Because I promise you, it goes by like that. You know, when I sit here and think that my daughter is the same age I was when she was born, that shit trips me out. Yeah, exactly, Brandy. Keith, I was the same way, dude. And that's why I always tell younger people when they talk about age, enjoy your life. Strictly focus on your life because there's always that next milestone. I can't wait to be 16. I can't wait to be 18. I can't wait to be 19, 21. And all of a sudden you're 55 going, holy shit. But absolutely, you just live your life and enjoy it, dude. Don't worry about age. It's going to happen. You ain't even got to think about it. That's right, Mickey. That is exactly right. It's what you do. Live your life. Oh, that's only a fraction of your life, dude. Yeah, Keith, I've driven since I was old enough to sit on my father's lap and see over the steering wheel. So, and as once I could reach pedals on my own, it was doing a lot of driving on my own. Well, not he wasn't in the car. He would tell me like move the truck, back the truck up, do this, do that. Um, but DC, don't worry about that shit. School's gonna fly by, and next thing you know, you'll be going, "Wow, remember that? Your 10-year high school anniversary, holy shit!" Or reunion, 10-year reunion, 20-year reunion. So don't sweat that shit. Do your schoolwork. It'll be over before you know it. Neither one of my kids worried about that shit. My daughter was going to graduate early, so she doubled up and then decided she wanted to stay the last year, and she only had a few classes she had to take. My son did the same thing. He had all FO classes his senior year, except for two. He had to take one required the first semester and one the second. So don't worry about that shit. Focus on do your school, and it'll be over before you know it. I'm glad y'all are talking. It gets really boring when nobody talks. Oh yeah, Brandy, that is a fact. I tell my granddaughter that all the time. When she goes, "Well, just don't go to work." I have to go to work. You have to. You got to pay bills. Not a choice. So as long as that's all you got to worry about is your schoolwork. Do that. Because when I was going to college, husband working, that ain't no fun. Our big excitement for the week in my little town I live in is they found a dead dude outside of town. We haven't heard if it's foul play or if he just died. We had that happen a while back. Any big reactions next week? I still have some coming up this week. I have did you get married early? Yes. The first time at 19, second time at I think 23, and then the last time at 27. Let's see, 30. So yeah, don't I tell everybody don't do that. Wait until you're at least in your mid 20s before you even think about it. Yeah, that FICA dude takes your money quick. But yeah, Brandy, I thought that was the way to do things, and that was just dumb. So I tell everybody don't do that. Who's question? Keith, I've got a watching people die inside reaction video coming up. The warning, black holes, which is better? Iron Maiden versus Nemophila with the Trooper. Bad Company versus Five Finger Death Punch with Bad Company. Uh, some band OYKV, Turn Me Up, Nemophila, and Rod Wave rolling, Stone Rolling. That's what I got coming up right now. Plus, I got to shoot two double shot reactions for my Patreon channel. So that's what I got coming up. Oh, and I got to do another Samson. Uh, and it is vax that thing up. No, see, that's you're speaking as a fan. That's just silly. That's not how I do them. If I did them like that, then there'd be no point in watching them. There'd be no point at all in watching my reactions if I just did stuff like that. I have a lot of fans get all upset because they want me to say stuff like that. If I hadn't already shot the reaction, I would probably do all 3 of them to compare all 3 of them. But, yeah, that's a fan's answer. That's not I mean, I haven't heard their version of it, but that there's a lot of fans that drop in here and say stuff. Well, look at you. Hey, don't wreck, Jake. We got a radio show to do later. You don't want it to become just Bob. It Brandy, it is. But a lot of times if you watch when I'm doing reactions, especially if it's a band that I consider myself a fan of, like with the Judas Priest, because Love Bites is currently my favorite band. I've loved Judas Priest, like I said, since 1980, but I can't let the fact that I've been a fan because that's not fair. That's not bias. That's a shitty reaction. I haven't heard their cover of it. I love that song though, but I haven't heard their cover of it. Uh, why video of little girl I cannot come. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, if you're talking about the video I posted with my granddaughter, that's just something we did. I don't know why you're saying you can't comment unless you're gonna say something stupid, and then I'll say something stupid back. She wanted to shoot a TikTok, so we shot a TikTok. That's how that works. If people don't like it, they don't have to click on it and watch it. That's how that works. Yeah, that was a tick. DC. I'll get back to you in just a second, Mickey. I don't understand why you can't comment. That was just a TikTok that we shot yesterday. Like I said, if you got something bad you want to say, go ahead and say it. But I'm going to say something bad back. It says disabled. Really? Shit, I can't look. Oh, let me look right here. Um, huh. I didn't know what you meant when you said you couldn't comment because I didn't disable the comments. Um, oh, you can't comment because you evidently used your real age on your profile, which kudos to you. Um, because I mark all my videos not safe for kids because of YouTube's policy that they came up with kids. I agree with some of it, but it creates problems for us other creators. So all my videos are marked not for kids. So if you have your profile where you're under 18, it won't let you comment. You're not allowed to comment on my videos, which I don't understand why it lets you in the live stream. I don't know if that falls under a different category, but that's why you can't comment on my videos. I believe. So, I mean, I don't know 100% that that's a fact, but that's what to my understanding, that's how it is. I do that to protect myself. That my videos are not made for kids, so kids aren't even supposed to be watching them, but they can't comment. Um, Mickey, yeah, I've heard of radio stations doing that. There's a show I used to listen to that had 4 people on it, and I guess some people were trying to sabotage the show saying, "Oh, no, it's one dude doing all 4 voices." Uh, if you pull that off and it's entertaining, I don't really see an issue with that. It would definitely be hard for me to sit here on video and do it. I mean, that would take a lot of editing. I could do it, especially with the green screen, because I can split the screen and I can do myself talking to myself. But man, that'd be a hell of a lot of work. I don't know that I could do it. I'm not saying it wouldn't be entertaining, or because I talk to myself all the time, so I'm really good at it. I'm a pretty good actor, but so yeah, Mickey, if that dude can pull it off and it's entertaining and you enjoy listening to it, dude, I I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Uh, I would draw the line if it was all phony as far as well, I mean, I guess if it's just a talk show, who gives a shit? But if they was doing what I do, reacting, then it would kinda matter, I guess. My voice isn't real, Bob just pretend I don't know that I could talk like that, Jake. You almost kinda remind me of Bill Clinton. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you got that what was it, magical voice or smooth voice? Is that what you said your stalker said? Uh, yeah, that would be weird. Smokey, that's it, yeah. I guess if you ever couldn't make the show, I guess I would do that so maybe nobody would notice. Huh, that'd be weird. You would have a real feminine voice that you'd have to start using because, "Holla!" I wouldn't do that to you, Jake. Jake is me and Jake are we co-host a radio show together. DC, to answer your question. Uh, Mickey, probably not. Bill's one of my favorite people to make fun of because that whole Monica Lewinsky thing. I did not have sexual relations with that. She's got the dress. I am so sorry. That shit was hilarious. He got what he deserved. When I was in college, I had a history teacher. How old is this shirt? Brand new. I just saw him, what, October? Well, brand new. Wait, now I'm getting confused. Uh, Good job, Jake. So what is I'm not sure what you're talking about now, Mickey. My shirt? He opened for Alice Cooper uh when we went and saw him. Yeah, I know, Jake. You really go overboard trying to point that out, so that's why I'm going to air quote you every time you say it. I've never had a doubt. Akiko is Jake's fiance. He will be in my area soon. Dude, I don't know if you've ever seen Alice Cooper. This is my sixth time seeing him, and he's just as good as the first time I saw him. He still puts on a fantastic show. He sounds great. Uh, he's got Kane Roberts back with him now because Nina Strauss left to go play with Nikki or whatever her name is. Um, uh, Shit, I can't think of her name. But yeah, Alice Cooper, that was definitely worth it. I mean, a lot of it is the same old shit, but I still enjoy it. My wife pointed out that he puts on a better show than a lot of the younger guys we've seen. Oh, I just assumed you were talking about Alice Cooper or Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley's better. Demi Lovato, that's it, Brandy. Yeah, Nina Strauss left Alice Cooper to go play with Demi Lovato, and Kane Roberts, who used to play for Alice Cooper in the '80s, has come back to fill that void that she left. It's weird. Everybody's questioning Nina Strauss. She's a guitarist. She can do whatever she wants. I mean, they're all questioning. It's none of your business. It's her career moves and her do whatever she wants. Uh, but if you were saying that Ace Frehley's going to be in your area, you should definitely see him too. Uh, this is the first time I saw him without Kiss, and he was better. He puts on a better show than Kiss. He doesn't use backing tracks. If he can't sing the song, one of the other guys in the band sings the song. So, and they all do great. But it's just a stripped down rock and roll show. He's pretty funny. Do I have a wife? Yes, I have a wife, 2 grown kids, and a granddaughter. Been with my wife for almost 30 years. Yeah, Brandy, that's and it's not just with music. I it cracks me up when I hear people talking about like during football season, "We're going to the Super Bowl," or "We should do this." You're not on the team, dude. You work at Walmart. Oh, yeah, no. Now that he's sobered up, he's great. Yeah, I didn't see him when he was drunk. I'd heard stories about him. Yeah, Mickey, yeah, everybody starts guessing. It's none of your business. How would you like it if the band came and said, "Hey," or you went to see the band and went, "Oh, oh, oh, why are you coming in dressed like that?" Or "Why you got that haircut?" or whatever the hell. You're just a goofy looking individual. Get out of here. Oh, Vince Neil. Oh, I well, there's only 3 of you here, but I have to say this. Most people know if they're around me any amount of time, I cannot stand Vince Neil. Not as a person, not as a singer. However, I have to give him credit, and this shows you how unbiased I can be. That performance he just did at the Grand Ole Opry, I'll give him props. He took it dead serious. He sounded as good as he could probably sound. So I give him a lot of credit for that. He didn't go in there acting like some rock and roll asshole. He didn't appear to be drunk or anything like that. You could understand him when he sung. So I'll give him credit for that because I consider the Grand Ole Opry like sacred ground. So don't go in there and act like a dick. And he didn't. He went in there, and I thought it was very impressive. Hey, what's up, Gia? Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We're a small group right now. As long as we're talking, it's all good. Uh, but yeah, Vince, that the whole Motley part of that, Def Leppard didn't need them to be on the tour. That would be a much better show without Motley. Everything they're getting busted so much on stuff now. Everything from Tommy faking the broken ribs. Now it turns out they're using backing tracks or appear to be using backing tracks. Vince Neil sucks. It's just and it's sad because they're my all time favorite band, but they should have just stayed in retirement. Everybody else seems to be doing okay on the tour. What the hell? The air conditioner kicked on now. So I know, right? Mick's the only one. That's the only member of the band that I still like. He seems to be a decent guy. Uh, I'm friends with his son on Facebook. Not that that matters. I just point of interest since we are talking about Mick Mars. Um, but I mean, Mick plays his ass off, and he's in the worst shape. But he's the only one I'm down to just liking him in the band. It was a really sad day when I found out what kind of a dickhead Nikki Sixx is. Because he was cool to me when I was a kid, which is why I use Sixx as my professional last name. It was also a cut above when he mentioned that the people should support. Yes, yeah, exactly. Mickey, I don't think anybody can believe that the Stones are still touring. I mean, Keith Richards, he's a living contradiction to everything you've ever heard about drugs and alcohol. Just, I don't, I don't know, but and I'm not even a Stone. I'm not even a, yeah, Jake. I agree. I'm not a Stones fan. I never have been. I like a handful of their songs, but I don't like them. Oh, see, they're always making up lame ass excuses too. That shit where Tommy Lee said he had broken ribs, he's a liar. There's no way. That's just it's not true. I would never believe it's true. Even if they showed X-rays, I wouldn't believe it was him. Yeah, they are, Jake. I mean, you know, I really like Too Fast for Love. Shout the Devil is my Deserted Island album, but Theater of Pain was crap. Uh, I like Girls, Girls, Girls. Their best album was Dr. Feelgood, but all the other stuff is garbage. That's why they just keep re-releasing shit, greatest hits compilations. But yeah, they came and went like that. And in reality, they came and went like that. But yeah, Def Leppard didn't need to take Motley. And plus, you keep hearing all these different stories about whose idea it was and who asked who and all that. Oh, I'm sure. I've seen videos, Gia, of that tour. Uh, yeah, and they just keep adding more and more shit to cover up that they're not that good. Uh, I mean, Mick's the most solid musician in the band. Uh, my daughter went and saw him on their farewell tour, final tour. Tommy puts on a good show, but he's a shitty drummer. I as a drummer, when I would play along, because I would play along with the tracks, and then when I play by myself or without it, it was different. But like when I used to run, Tommy Lee gets off beat every fourth beat. Uh, the most consistent drummer that I know of is what's his face from the Eagles, Don Henley from the Eagles. He's consistent through every song. When I used to run, my right foot would hit with each drum beat, and it never ever, regardless how many fills he did, never ever changed. But Tommy Lee changes every. Yeah, I've heard about that, and then they tried to play it off about Tommy's son putting him on his ass, run his mouth. Yeah, I like a handful of Rush songs, but yeah, I was never really a big. All right, Mickey, thanks for being here, buddy. Take care. Uh, I like I like a handful of their songs, but and the songs that I like by Rush, I really like. And believe it or not, Tom Sawyer, even though Tom Sawyer makes my list of songs that I like, it's not the song. Uh, I think "The Priest of the Temples of Syrinx" is my favorite Rush song. They were, Jake, if it wasn't for uh, Neil, they probably wouldn't have made it. I think I think Neil brought a lot of attention to the band and his songwriting. But there's a lot of bands that are bored. Yeah, there's no denying how great of a drummer Neil was. And he was very humble about his playing. Every interview I've ever seen with him, he was very humble, which is definitely a good thing in my book anyways. I've met great drummers and they don't sit there and talk shit about how good they are. They don't even want to talk about that shit. I don't know if y'all can hear me tapping on my desk. I try not to do that, but I do it all the time anyways. Um, oh, what I was saying about Motley when my daughter went and saw him, she just wanted to see the original band. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, he he really did have a because he had that one kit where he had his throne was on a little track so he could go around, but it wasn't like playing around. It was like play here, then spin around and play there, and then back. But yeah, he had a big kit. There's a lot of guys that have big kits, but they don't use all of it. They just have it for looks. Or to hit one thing one time. I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about, Keith. You have to elaborate a little more because I'm on the spot and I'm trying to think and I'm trying to process, make sure I've answered or responded to each comment. I heard that there's people who do live streams that don't do that. They'll ignore a lot of comments. I don't understand that. I try to respond to everyone. It's not probably not always what they want, but I always try to respond to every single comment. And there's been streams where the comments were coming so quick, I've actually had to back up to go back up and make sure I didn't miss any. I think that's just rude. If people are going to come watch you, you know, you should respond to them. That's funny. I said I tried to respond to everybody, and 3 people dropped out that quick. Huh? Maybe they want me to just sit here. Oh, look at that shit. Well, I looked fat when I did that. All right, don't everybody type at once. That's kind of funny. I said they found a dead dude outside of town, and not one person said anything about that. Huh? That's weird. Huh? Yeah. Uh. Oh, I wasn't in a. It wasn't a professional band. I started out as a drummer, and back when I started playing drums, we were just supposed to keep time. We weren't supposed to be showing off and all that shit. So I switched to bass, but bass was kind of boring. So I switched to guitar because they got all the chicks, and I wound up singing because nobody else in the band wanted to sing. So I was a guitar player and the singer. Uh, but no, nothing you would have heard of. I mean, I guess I could have picked some obscure band. Yeah, we were huge in the '70s. But no, I never hit big with a band. Uh, the best band I had was a band called Sixx. We just were talking about going to California to try to make it, and a friend of ours who auditioned for Ozzy came back, and he was a phenomenal guitar player, and he's like, "Dude, you think I'm good? You should see how many people there were." Um, Brandy, I wrote some originals, which we did, but we did mostly covers because at that time, if you weren't doing covers, you weren't playing. First thing when people would hire us to play at a party, they would start just cover song, cover song, cover song. They didn't want to hear them. So you play in a bar. Sometimes you could get an original in. I wrote an original song. The first one I wrote was called "Trouble in Paradise." Uh, the second one was a song called "It's Too Late." It was about a girlfriend who had got killed, and uh, there was one more. Uh, and I ended up giving it to a band that I was managing. Uh, and I don't know what they ever did, but I know they played it for a few years. Uh, shit, I can't think of the name of the song. But those first 2 songs, we did those quite a bit. But I can write songs. I've written songs. I used to have a guitar player that I wrote for, and he got some gig writing scores for TV shows and commercials and movies and that kind of shit. He had me write a bunch of songs and then unfriended me and blocked me and all that silly shit. It was weird because his drummer had warned me he'd do that. And I was like, "No, man, we've been friends a long time." And he goes, "Yeah, we've been friends a long time too." And sure as shit, he was right. It is what it is. Wow, I've run everybody off but 2 people. That's weird. Who are the 2 or 3 still here? I have not seen Iron wait, um, Keith, I don't know because I think you said something, didn't you say something about it last week or make a comment? Um, Maybe I have. I may be lying to you, but I remember seeing that name, and I don't remember if I went and watched the video or if I just added it to my list. I'm glad the 3 of y'all are still here. As far as guitarists, I've always Steve Vai is my all-time favorite guitarist. Me and my granddaughter were just talking about that. Yes, it's you, Gia, and Keith, and y'all are talking, so I appreciate that. Um, Keith, I honestly can't remember if I've already watched it or if I just added it to my list. I was just scrolling through the list. Um, but I do remember the name, so I can't say for sure. And if I did watch them, obviously they didn't blow me away, or I would be able to tell you. So let me do that again. I'll have to recheck, and I'll make sure I let you know. But Steve Vai is my all-time favorite guitarist. I would remember. Okay. So I must not have watched it yet, but I remember you saying that, and it's written down for me to look. Um, I like Ingve. He's a dick, but I like his playing. Not so much his what he does with his band, because he tells you he's very adamant about this. It's me and my show, me. Um, I do like when he plays with orchestra or choir or orchestras or symphonies. I like when he does that. That's fantastic. Uh, Eddie, I've always dug Eddie's playing, his sound, especially his sound. Uh, this is gonna sound kind of mean, but I kind of think he was a little overrated. Uh, yeah, never meet your heroes. For the most part, that's true, Keith. Uh, I've met Alice Cooper. I bothered him while he was eating. He was super polite. I've heard that that happens to him all the time, and he's always super polite. Was a teen in the 80s and dated a lot of guitarists. I was a teen in the 80s. Uh, I met Carmine Appice. He played for Vanilla Fudge, Rod Stewart, Ozzy Osbourne on the Bark at the Moon album. One of the most down to earth, coolest guys ever. Him and Alice Cooper are tied for the coolest people, the coolest rock stars I've met. Um, Even though I almost got into a fist fight with his guitar player, with Carmine's guitar player, one of his guitar players at the time. Uh, that was a big story. Involves a lot of language I'm not allowed to use on YouTube, with us insulting each other and almost getting in a fight, which was broken up by Johnny Rod, who played bass guitar for King Cobra at the time, which was Carmine's band. And right after that, he joined Wasp when Blackie Lawless switched from bass to guitar when Randy Piper left. The eight, the 80s was just such a great time. Uh, remember thinking I was invincible and going to live forever. Oh, great! Somebody knew Wasp. uh, Alice Cooper's Radio. I haven't listened to it. Well, that's a lie. I have listened to some of it. Uh, I love Alice Cooper. Have loved him as long as I can remember, but I don't know how to say this delicately. He's not a good radio personality to me. I don't enjoy listening to him at all. Uh, I enjoy watching interviews with him, even though sometimes it sounds kind of like he's bullshitting a little bit. Uh, he's just not a radio guy to me, and I don't enjoy listening to that. I think I've tried 2 or 3 times. I think it's what, Alice Cooper's Rough Cuts or something shit like that. Yeah, he's got some good stories, but some of them seems like he's kind of fading them a little bit. I mean, I read his autobiography when I was a kid 3 or 4 times, and then as an adult, I heard him say, "Well, I may have embellished some of those stories." If you may have done some of those stories, you may be doing some right now, but I still love the dude, and I do enjoy listening to a lot of his stories. Um, what did I think of Stryper? I really dug Striper, uh, the way they're going back now. What is his name? Michael Sweet, is that it? Saying that they weren't a Christian band. You were a Christian band, dude. What the hell? I don't get that, but yeah, I really dug. I thought it was pretty unique. The fact that they had commercial success by narrowing, or not because they narrowed, but using such a narrow, or appealing to such a narrow audience. Uh, I thought that was pretty dope. That shows you how good they were. That a lot of people got past that. Uh, oh, dude, I love Sammy Hagar. Uh, I follow him on Instagram. I watch his uh, show. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean he's perfect. I think he's got some dick moves about him, but uh, he seems like a really cool dude. I like his playing. Uh, I loved his Van Halen years, but I liked him before that. I liked his solo. He is better without Van Halen, but Van Halen was better because of him. David Lee Roth's just a joke. I mean, he's a showman, but he's like a vaudeville act. He's so damn phony. I did watch him on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I actually watched the entire thing. I think what 2.5 hours. Uh, he's got some really good insight. I got some good shit from him that I liked. I liked him in Montrose as well. Uh, Man, this is going good, and we're not having even hit an hour yet. Um, yeah, I liked him in Montrose. I loved his solo work. Like I said, he made Van Halen better, and since he's left Van Halen, he's after he left Van Halen or wasn't in Van Halen, depends on who you listen to. Uh, I think he just does great, does what he wants to do. Yeah, I dated a lot of girls that loved David Lee Roth, and if you look at him, really look at him, he's an ugly dude. Always has been. Just ugh, and he can't sing or shit. But he was a good showman. I'll give him that. He knew how to put on a show, except when he was wasted. Then he pretty much sucked harder. But yeah, great showman. I give him that. I can't take that away from him. But not a great singer, not a great person. Yeah, Wolfie seems to be doing really good. He seems really level-headed. His playing, and I love the fact that he's not writing on his dad's name. That he's doing his own thing. I love that because you see a lot of kids try to write on their parents' name, and he's not doing that. So that's dope. I'm not a big fan of his music, but the fact that he's doing his own thing, his own way, I respect that. Valerie did. She's an outstanding person. Uh, I've never seen or heard anything about her that I didn't like. I heard that she drank a lot and did some coke with Eddie, but she didn't get out of control as far as I know. But yeah, she balanced it out really well. I think she's a great mom. Well, I'm saying she's a great mom. I've had a lot of friends. I thought their moms were great until you find out that their mom's not. All right, I got to step off camera for just a minute because I never do this on camera. The reason I never do that on camera is because I don't want anybody saying I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. But my allergies get really fucked up here. Oh, damn, that's twice. Messed up here in Texas, so I have to shoot nose spray at my snot box. I don't ever do that on. Yeah, it's weird. As a kid, because I always watch it, and that show just I was literally just talking about the show, and I was working on my mother-in-law's TV yesterday, and I just saw the show. It was on reruns on one of the older channels. Um, but I remember when as a kid, when Mackenzie Phillips left, I didn't think anything about it. I didn't realize they fired her because she's a big cokehead. but when you consider everything about her, she had it pretty rough. Are there any theories about the new Easter eggs in the I didn't get to really tear it apart, and I didn't really I mean, didn't really pay I'm reacting to the song, so I didn't really pay a lot of attention, uh, but, uh, I have to go back and watch because people naturally started saying stuff afterwards, like their new costumes and stuff. Uh, I mean, I noticed the costumes, but I thought it was just for the video. I didn't think that was the new look that they were going to, so I need to go back and really look at all of that. I just haven't had time. This has been a really busy week. Great family, but how she grew up was rough. Well, wait, are we still talking about Mackenzie Phillips? Because I mean, her dad wasn't all that good of a dude. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you're talking to, who you listen to. I've heard some really bad shit about him, and I've heard, some of it's not true, some of it may be true, but so I don't know. But everybody's got stuff they have to deal with and get through, and I guess the more successful and doing it in the public's eyes, that's got to be rough on anybody. Even in the best situation, it still has to be rough. I mean, it can be done. Look at Ronnie Howard. There's never been anything bad about him that I've ever heard, and that kid literally, well, kid, he literally grew up. But but we really don't know, Gia, as far as what goes on outside of the public eye. I use this example. I was just having a conversation about like YouTubers and stuff like that with a friend of mine, and this channel that I watched my granddaughter. The family, once the show they got really popular, there were people just filing complaints against them, and they said, "Well, you never discipline your kids." So they actually shot a video and said, "We do discipline our kids, but we don't do it on camera. That's not where you discipline your kids. We don't leave the cameras on 24 hours a day. When we have a problem, we shut the cameras off, we deal with it." And that's exactly right. You shouldn't deal with it like that way. So I'm sure other celebrities have stuff that they have to deal with outside of the public eye, but I guess the more popular you are, you always got someone up your ass with a camera trying to see something that they could sell. So, we really don't know. He does, Keith. I need to react to it. I just saw it today. It popped up on my page, but I haven't had chance to do anything today other than what I'm doing. Uh, but maybe I can squeeze it in. Maybe I'll do it because I want to shoot another Samson video this week. So maybe I'll do a Chris Webby and Samson and release them both on the same day if I can fit it in. It's weird how time flies. Oh, I've only reacted to like 4 Samson songs. Um, I've got Backstep Thing Up coming up next, but there's a whole bunch I haven't reacted to. I have like 10 on my list. Yeah, yeah, he's amazing. Uh, I do get some fanboy comments over him. Yeah, that one's coming up next. That's the next one I'm shooting. Uh, yeah, so far I've loved everything I've reacted to from him. Yeah, Keith, I don't. We would think because of what we hear from them, but I don't know. I've had friends I thought, man, y'all should meet. And they meet and they hate each other. So I don't know. I'm like, wait, you both like me and we both act the same. So I don't know. Kid Rock, but he does. Eh, I don't know. I think I'd rather see him with like Chris Webby or um, uh, Tom McDonald. which I know fanboys get mad about that. I had one saying some shit, but no, no, I have not done Kid Rock. I don't know that anyone's asked me to react to Kid Rock. Um, I play one of his songs all the time. I've played it for my granddaughter since she was little. Um, you know what, Gia, you're here. I like the fact he does. You're exactly right, Brandy. Uh, that's okay about the cringe beginnings. I can live with that. I mean, I got through the last one okay. I don't know if you can read it, but see right there? It's on my list. I try to prove that when I show people because I want people to know. I don't just not lie in my reactions. I don't lie. When I tell y'all I'm going to do something or I'm not going to do something, I'm going to do it. Sometimes it gets lost in the mix, but hey, I appreciate you being here. Uh, so yeah, that will be it'll probably be next week, but I'm going to do a song this next week. The person who sent it to me, uh, when I said I would react to it, said, but he didn't burp like I just did. I just did that. Uh, but it's just instrumental. People aren't going to like it. I'm like, first off, I didn't just start doing this and I didn't ask you, but it's kind of interesting. I don't even want to give it away what it is, but the artist, their name is Luna Lee. So when I release that, please watch that. Hey, what's up, Jake? How you doing, buddy? Uh, hopefully, Jake. Hopefully, I'll have your Patreon up by Friday. I hope that's my plan. Uh, but when you see this video from Luna Lee, my reaction to it, please watch it, and because I want to know if y'all think it's cool. Because the the concept he sent me other songs that this person does, and I really dug it. It's something way different than what. But if I didn't think it was as cool as I do, I would not be doing a reaction to it. I really wish a lot of times people would just click on the shit that I release just to see, because I like when people go, "Hey, thanks to you, I found a new artist." Because thanks to all of y'all, I get to find new artists all the time. Well, new to me, not new to y'all. Oh, old age is getting me. I need to sit back in my chair. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, it looks shorter that way. Oh, I know why. My chair's dying. I've got to buy a new chair. It's not that I'm getting fatter or heavier. Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy? I was wondering if you were going to show up. Hey, Mark, since you're here, not putting you on the spot, how come you didn't want to say what you thought about that song? Can you have my old chair? I don't know if you want it, but I guess you could. Wait, you're not like going to smell it or anything, are you? Because that would be weird. It's starting to just I guess that thing that holds it up, I think it's wearing out. It could be wearing out because my granddaughter plays on it all the time. She likes it spins in circles. Been wanting to buy me one like the real reactors have, the big fancy one. Looks like a race car seat. I like those. You reminding me of Rolling Quartz. Man, Rolling Quartz is amazing. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. I piss people off all the time. It's on the internet. Uh, okay, Gia. I do like country. I love country, old country. I'm okay with 90s country, early 2000s, But what they're calling country now that isn't country is more like pop, stadium rock. They're just wearing hats and singing country shit. I like it for what it is. So I do like some of it, but I don't consider it country, which is weird because the country that I like, well, from the 50s to the 90s. Yes, that's exactly right. Pop country. It's not country. Oh shit. Hopefully y'all didn't catch how twangy I was on country. That wasn't trying to make fun. That's actually how I talk. Every now and then it slips out. I talk fast to hide that. Uh, but yeah, what were you going to ask? I mean, I do. It just as time has progressed, country for me has just kind of gotten less and less and less. Every now and then I hear a song and I'm like, hey, I like that one. But oh, Aaron Lewis is the shit, dude. Uh, that guy, man. Where he's oh. uh, so my accent, you'd be okay with my accent. Uh, Keith, I love Aaron Lewis, dude. Everything about him, well, pretty much everything about him. I like his attitude. I like his uh, Stained stuff. I like his country stuff. The dude's a really good songwriter, very talented dude, and I like the fact that he usually tours with just him. I mean, I know he does band tours, but he does those tours where it's just him and his guitar. Gia, why were you asking me about country? Did you have something specific you wanted to know about, or something you wanted to tell me about? And I hope it's not Jason Aldean. I think people got the wrong impression when I did that Up Church reaction. I do not like Jason Aldean at all. Not even kind of, sort of. But that song sounded just like the Jason Aldean song musically, and people lost their damn minds. Um, okay. Hey, Mark, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. Um, uh, but Mark, there is nothing wrong, dude. I do that all the time. You know, like I tell people all the time, and you've had to have heard me say it. Motley Crue, my all-time favorite band. I don't like over half the music in their catalog. Doesn't mean you don't like the band, but you're right. The band made Maniacs, whatever they're called. Yeah, they would lose their mind if you said that. They'll lose their mind when I say shit that I've said. A couple of new groups on AGT lately. Yeah, I used to watch AGT. I know it's fake. I've auditioned for them. I know how phony and fake the show is, but I watched for a long time just to see talent on the show. I can't tell you why I'm laughing at that. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. Um, and it has nothing to do with that person. Uh, it's irony. Um, Keith, yeah, I've had to do that to work people into different things before you introduce them, taking baby steps, so to speak. Yeah, so I totally get that. Um, uh, but no, I haven't heard. I quit watching AGT because they just got too stupid, and I hate to watch. I mean, even though I know it's phony, the outcome's phony. To see a dog act beat out a real talent act, I can't stand that. So after the pandemic hit and they started doing the remote, I didn't like that the way they were doing. So I haven't been able to get back into watching the show. So I have to rely on people to tell me. I get that. Yeah, we watch on Hulu, so or used to when we were watching. We were watching on Hulu. That way it cuts out the commercials because I pay the extra to get commercial free. And I can fast forward through any shit I don't want to see. Usually, if they say a dog act's coming up, I fast forward through that. The magicians were really great. I like those. And you can see some really talented. What the hell? Just shaking my desk. Uh, I really wish they would have gave me a copy of my audition tape. That would have been. I'd like that. I'd post it. The Masked Singer I've tried to watch. It's not that it was a bad show. I just couldn't get into it. We watched 3 or 4 episodes. Um, and I guess part of what makes that harder for me to watch is because I auditioned for AGT. I know how fake it is. I have a friend that auditioned for and advanced quite far in America's Next Dance Crew or whatever the hell it was, and then another friend who auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance, and they all had the same stories. The shows are so phony. So I think by taking and putting the mask on, I think they already know who's in them. So I think maybe that's what subconsciously I'm going through with that. So I tried, but I couldn't do it. Uh, yeah, there's almost none of those shows I watch anymore. Uh, the main show I watch now is Murders Only in the Building. With Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. I like that. Me and my granddaughter watch SS Sniper Wolf on YouTube, and I watch a lot of watching people die inside, fails, try not to laugh challenges, random acts of kindness, acapella reality show. I don't know if I remember that. I mean, the concept sounds familiar, but I can't say for sure that yeah, I remember that show. So I don't know. Um, but I do like acapella acts. A lot of them, not all of them. It's like when they have choirs on AGT. I mean, I realize you're going to let everybody on or a lot of people on, but I don't think a choir should be on. That's not a Vegas act. Pentatonics was on that show. That name sounds familiar. But I'm not positive. Sing off. Oh, is that the acapella show? That sounds familiar. Maybe I have seen some of it. I just have a hard time getting into them anymore. The reality shows or those kind of shows. I can still consider that a reality show. Uh, I know that name, Pentatonics. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, uh, the way when we were talking earlier about fanboys and their or having a fan's opinion of a show, um, or of an artist, it's like the parents that take their kids to AGT or uh, uh, American Idol, and then they're shocked because they said their baby couldn't sing. You're not listening to it correctly. It's your kid, so you're kind of biased. That's how I feel when fanboys come on and they tell me, "Oh, you don't know shit," and blah 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 blah. Well, I'm not a fan. I'm actually hearing it unbiased. So that's how I feel about it. I always imagine a parent with their kid at one of those talent shows getting all upset because the judges told their kid they couldn't sing. Man, this has been a good conversation. I got a little nervous at first. Wow. We're only at 95 degrees right now here where I'm at, but we haven't reached the hottest part of the day yet. I watched one trailer for it. It looks pretty good. And I watched that trailer because you said something about it. I think it's funny when I see a bunch of people drop in at one time to the thing, and then they disappear. Oh, I know. Don't worry, Mark. I'll be good to go for the radio show. Oh, look at me rapping. Damn. I didn't get into Game of Thrones. Everybody tried to get me into it. Everybody I know loves that show. I just it's just not my era. Um, I like Cowboy Days, Young Guns, Tombstone, uh, I one HBO Western. I love that. I mean, it's not on anymore, I don't think. Um, yeah, I tried really hard. We were talking about that. I think last week. All the shows that I didn't get into that everybody I know loves. Gia, I used to watch The Ranch all the way up to the shitty way they killed off Rooster. I mean, I don't know if they actually killed him off. It looked like they killed him off, but that's when we quit watching it. Um, but yeah, me and my wife watched that show all the time, and then they did that. And I was like, well, that's stupid. But yeah, I mean, it was a good show. I liked it. Keith, I agree. I think that's right. Uh, and I mean, that's a smart thing to do, I guess. But I mean, I liked the song, and even though as I said in the video, it's sacrilegious. That's what I was going to say. Gia, I loved that '70s show right up until Eric left. Once Eric left, they tried. They should have just canceled the show. It should have ended then. And I know they've tried to do the reboot with that '80s show. They tried to do it early and it failed. I don't know why they thought it would work this time, but um, I loved that '70s show. My favorite episode of that '70s show is I Love Cake, and only people that watch the show knows what that means. But that '70s show is one of my favorite shows. Early, I think my one of my all-time favorite TV shows is a show called Rules of Engagement. I love, love, love Rules of Engagement. I watched it all the way. I watched the season all the way till they took it off of um what was I watching on Hulu? I think it was on Hulu that I was watching it on or Hulu, I believe, because Hulu likes to just stop showing shows. But I watched it. I want to say I watched the entire series like 12 times, and they did typical. The last episode they could have just not done, but they did. Eh. Uh, Parks and Rec. I've tried to get into that, and I just I couldn't. And I like all the people in the show in Parks and Rec. I just I couldn't get, and I don't know. Like with The Office, How I Met Your Mother, all my friends were talking about. So when I just tried to jump into them, and it didn't work. I had to start with episode one, season one, and then go, and then the shows made sense. But The Office, they screwed it up. They should have ended it. Um, Maybe not the season after Steve Carell left. I mean, not the season Steve Carell left. Maybe one season after, but when was his name California? And it's weird because I like James Spader. When he came in, he screwed that show up. Um, that's right, Keith. It was based in Wisconsin. Um, the Brady Bunch, I agree with Gia. They'd probably screw it up. They brought it back um, because it would be a fine line. They couldn't do it like the original one, but they couldn't make it too modern because they'd screw it up. So either way, it would have to be a fine line between original and updated. shall we say. Uh, and I really appreciate the fact that y'all come here and we just talk about all sorts of shit, not just music. I because that's how I talk to my friends in real life. Just whatever comes up, we all yeah, see, and that's that's part of the issue when I do stand up. I am not PC and I don't care to be, and I'm not going to be. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that goes on and just says hateful shit, but man, I'm not going to be Mr. Rogers. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. I have not. We've watched previews and read a bunch of shit about it, and I heard that they screwed up really, really bad. It's considered a major flop. So I have not seen the Buzz Lightyear movie. See, you just can't do that. You cannot do that. Uh, why do I know Concrete Cowboy? I know that name. Um, oh shit. PC PC is messing up our country. Now, I agree there's some lines that you shouldn't cross, but they're trying not to offend anyone. The time frame most of us grew up in, when you stop and look at the shows that we watched and it was not a problem. Oh, big I didn't get into George Lopez. I tried. I watched some of it, but Big Bang Theory, I love Big Bang Theory. But that's another show that I think went on probably a season or two longer than they should have. Yeah, they really should keep PC out of the cartoons. And I can't even stand to watch some of the cartoons I grew up with because they've gone back and changed the voices or some of the stuff to make it more PC. And I can't stand that. Yeah, Family Guy is proof that you can not be PC and be successful because there is an audience for it. But when I grew up watching All in the Family, Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, it is what it is. I mean, Blazing Saddles, a lot of people don't know, is written by Richard Pryor. But the only reason he wasn't in the movie is Gene Wilder. Mel Brooks was scared of him, so he ended up not doing a movie. Gene Wilder originally wasn't in it either. Gene Wilder literally flew in the day before he shot that scene that you see, the opening scene where he's in the jail cell. Um, but and I think Steve Martin the Jerk couldn't be made today either. Uh, but in context, none of those movies are really a fit. What the hell is going on with my camera? It looks like I'm starting to narrow. Huh. I'm not sorry, I'm not flipping y'all off. Trying to see what's wrong with my camera. That's weird. Huh. The hell's it doing that for? I didn't tell it to do that. Oh, there you go. I'll probably end up having to buy a new one. Um, I still use so much stuff from The Jerk uh, in everyday life. Uh, I love that movie. It's such a great movie. They say Tom and Jerry and Roadrunner are violent. Whatever. It's a cartoon. And Tom and Jerry, they've changed so that the housekeeper has a proper woman's voice in it. Um, I just can't stand the show. No, I can't watch it. Is it is what it is. I don't want to go into some stupid rant, but I do remember Ren and Stimpy, but I never got into it. I liked Angry Beavers. Me and my daughter used to watch Angry Beavers when she was little. I loved Angry Beavers. There's not a whole lot of modern cartoons that I like, but Angry Beavers I really like. I like SpongeBob. My favorite episode is one with sentence enhancers. See, they're just going back. It is what everybody knows what these shows are. You shouldn't watch them. If you don't like them, just don't watch it. Like people that get pissed off about a show being on TV, you have almost 300 other channels you can watch. Don't watch it. You can block that channel so it doesn't show up. So to listen to these people that are coming through going, and some of them are just being assholes, just making up stuff. Have you ever seen a video of that woman that's saying that Monster's energy drink, trying to explain how it's all satanic and all that stuff? That's insane. Why would anyone even stop and listen to her? Yeah, I agree, Brandy. 100%. Stop. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't want to hear it, don't listen to it. You don't have to, but you can't tell me what I can and can't listen to. That's just how I feel about it. Okay, so I haven't watched that, Jake. I guess I've seen it, but now I'll go and look. You've piqued my interest. Damn, we only got 30 minutes left. People starting to show up now. Oh, 29 minutes left. My bad. Um, I really like those videos, watching, random acts of kindness. I love that. We just watched a whole bunch of videos from a guy. His channel's called Matt TV. They do experiments with, people stepping in and intervening when someone's trying to kidnap a kid. It's like those, what would you do scenarios. It's really cool to see how many people will step in. They won't just stand there and watch it happen. Um, but yeah, random acts of kindness. I really dig that. I like to see people, and I know that sometimes they're exploiting the situation, but the fact is you're helping someone, and I really like that. And I really like to see when parents come home from the war. Oh, well, Brandy, you could be correct. So just in case, the six of you that are here, thank you so much. Just in case, I'm not leaving yet, but just in case you see me freeze. Oh, I hope that don't happen again. I was so pissed off. And the weird thing is, when I went back afterwards to check it, it shows that I just stopped. It did. There was no freezing. The messages and everything flowed well. So I don't know what the hell, but that sucked that it did that. Uh, I was gonna say maybe I could just freeze sometime, but then as quick as everybody left that time, hopefully I shouldn't do that. My way back when cell phones first came in, me and my wife, we had Nokia phones. Uh, we live near one of the world's largest army bases. YT is crazy. Uh, Gia, you're not the only person to say that. And the weird thing is, they go through. I know they monitor this kind of stuff, or their AI monitors it. I've had some really hateful comments that I do not report. I leave them on there. It's very rare. I remove spam and I remove porn. Uh, Once you get so popular, people start dropping their porn websites into your comments. So I report all of those, get rid of them. But when people just leave mean, hateful shit, I screenshot it because I keep those because I think they're hilarious. Um, but YouTube will go through and remove certain ones. Um, I've been called some pretty hateful shit and they've removed it. I just think it's hilarious. But uh, I don't I don't think anybody's really said anything that's offended me. Sometimes they're off. I don't mind if you hate me, but I want to make sure you don't hate me over a misunderstanding. So I'll make sure we understand. And once we clarify, if you still hate me, I'm cool with that. But yeah, I've had other people say comments just disappear. People say that they don't get notifications when I release new videos or I'm going live. Maybe they're just trying not to hurt my feelings. It doesn't bother me. My family and friends don't watch, but they ask me all the time about my channel. I find that kind of weird. Why ask? You're not going to watch. Yes, it's just a point of conversation for some people. Did I freeze? Oh, there we go. You need to make a T-shirt with those screenshots. I've thought about doing one of my backgrounds and having a bunch of them behind me. Big, but big enough to where you could. Oh, that looks pretty big. That camera actually is not too bad. Can you read what that says? Probably should used a different font. It took me 2 years to talk my daughter into doing that, but she doesn't do stupid tattoos, and she thinks it's stupid, but I like it. In case you can't read it, it says, "My new tattoo." This will always be my new tattoo. Almost. Huh. That picture actually looks pretty good here for me. But yeah, if I could make them big enough, I would especially like to do it if I knew that those people that made those comments were watching, because 'cause I'd love for them to see their dumbass. But that's how you find your porn. Uh, Mark. Make sure you call in tonight, dude. Uh, just call in with some weird random shit. Your call last week was actually not, I always appreciate you calling, but your call last week was really a great interaction, dude. Oh, there are a lot better ways. Lot better ways. uh, but yeah, Mark, that was a great question that you posed, because a lot of people would never guess, never even know. So, in case anybody else is wondering what I'm talking about to Mark, he called in the radio show and asked me if me and my co-host know each other. We only know each other through online. We've never met in person. He lives in Ohio. I live in Texas. Uh, but we've just clicked, and I know, right? See, Gia, that's how I talk in real life. We can start off talking about this piece of paper, and next thing you know, we're talking about space travel. That's just how I talk in real life. So I like when y'all come here and we do that. We just go through all sorts of shit. Uh, I used to like doing my Q&A videos, but this is better because I get to instantly get your questions. I'll Y'all can ask anything. Uh, I don't have to give the disclaimer anymore. Used to, when I had a majority of my viewing audience was like under 18. If I didn't put a disclaimer in there, I'd say, you can ask me anything and I'll tell you. What's your social security number or your bank routing number? Stupid shit like that. Credit card number. Yeah, Jake, y- nobody, I mean, what you hear, our chemistry on the radio show, I feel is minute to the chemistry, because when we talk all the time during the week, uh, but it's weird. Our thought, there you go, Mark. And I know you know the answers, buddy. Don't doubt yourself. You know the answers. When you call in, you give those answers that you know is right. That's all I can say. I'm going to say that because you're here. I'm saying that because you're here and you're a cool dude. The answers you know are right are correct. So don't ask. Just just be a one with yourself. But the connection, the chemistry that me and Jake have is, it's bizarre. When we're having conversations, one of us will be typing something, like when we're messaging each other. One of us will be typing something, and the other one will say the exact same thing. So it's really weird that we've never met in person, but we have that connection. Um, I have a lot of people that will email me or DM me through Instagram, and ask, different questions, or say stuff that they're afraid to say in the comment section in the videos. Oh no, Brandy, you don't have to explain all. I totally get it. Uh, I keep a small circle of friends. Anyways, I mean, I have a lot of friends, but I don't interact with them on a daily basis. I have a very small circle of friends. But it's easier for me to interact online. So, it's very rare, Jake, that haters will go through the trouble of finding me to DM me or email me hate. Uh, I do have people that want to DM me and tell me how to run my show or what I need to be doing, or to try to get me to react to their homemade music. Uh, I have people that ask me for stuff, but I don't get a whole lot of hate, but I do get people trying to. They call it constructive criticism. No, you're telling me how to run my show. If you're so damn smart, go start your own channel and blow me away. Uh, I just find that bizarre. I don't like go to my doctor and go, oh, you're putting your finger up my ass wrong. Let me show you how to do that. That's bizarre. Uh, I don't get people doing that, but I can imagine them doing that to a doctor. That's not how I like it. Two fingers like this. uh, man, we got 19 minutes, y'all. What's up? Wait, that's not normal. I know, right? Your doctor just sits back and goes, "Go ahead, stick your fingers up your ass. Tell me what you feel." I had a there was a guy. All my friends know I'm super nerd, and they can trust me. Uh, and I can tell I'm getting older and nicer. I had a friend come up to me one day, and you could tell he was nervous, and he goes, "Hey, Gia, take care. What's up, little cynic?" Um, was saying, "Oh," but he came to me, and goes, "I need to talk to you," and you could tell he was scared. So we got out, and he made sure nobody was around. He goes, "Hey, is that a real thing when the doctor puts his finger in your ass?" Young me would have said, "No." Older me, because of how scared he was, I assured him that, yes, that's a real thing. And then I had to pose the question, if you didn't think it was a real thing, why did you let him do it? Because I assure you, if the doctor told me he was going to do something, with the exception of the first time I got checked for hernia, and the only reason I let it happen was because my mom was there, but I was confused as shit. I was in what the I can't remember. It was the third or fourth grade. It's the first year I played baseball, and he asked me, "Is this your mom?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Drop your drawers." And I was like, "Oh." And then when he told me to cough, I was really confused. And why isn't my mom stopping this guy from doing this? And then I found out that's just the way it goes. Uh, and even though I've been to EMT school, I don't get it. Uh, Ask me, my stomach hurts. You don't have to do that. Did I freeze up again? Or y'all just didn't like my story? There's 7 people here. I haven't run anybody else off yet. 8 people. Okay, good. It's not froze. Good. I was afraid Brandy jinxed me with that earlier. Uh, yeah, I man, I don't like that. My doctor got mad because I won't let him do the what is that called? It where they run that tube up your ass. I'm not doing that. Oh, see, when we were in Germany, they took us over to the school nurse a colonoscopy. That's it. Yeah, I won't do that. But you're overdue because you're aged. Nope, sure not. Not doing it. I'll shit in that little. Well, you don't even shit in a cup anymore. You just got this little tiny scooper thing. You just scoop a little bit off and take it back to them. I've had 2 female. Well, I've had a female doctor and a nurse chat me, but other than that, it's always been some old dude. Uh, oh, Brandy, you were asking, little cynic. Uh, I don't think it matters. I mean, I knew as a youngster, it didn't matter to me. Well, um, yeah, I don't like that either. The weirdest one I ever had was, when I was 14, the military base we're at in Germany, we just had a little dispensary. They couldn't handle major medical problems. You had to go to Nuremberg. So I was having some stomach problems. My stomach was hurting and I felt sick, like really unusually sick, not like a cold, but just weird. So my parents took me to the dispensary and they said, well, we think his appendix may have ruptured or are about to rupture. So my parents drove me to Nuremberg, and this little Asian doctor who felt like he had fingers like that big around, um, he checked my stomach and then he had to go in there and check. You couldn't reach where you needed to go. That is exactly right, Brandy. I 100% agree. Uh, but that doctor stuck his finger and yanked to one side and asked me if that hurt. And I knew what he was asking, so I hated to say no, but the whole thing hurt. He goes, well, I think your appendix are ruptured. We're going to operate at 5 o'clock in the morning. When at 5 o'clock rolled around, I felt just fine. My stomach didn't hurt. So they kept me for 10 days for observation. And their only excuse was, must have been a virus. Sent me home. I still have my appendix. There you go. Now you know more about me than you probably ever wanted to know. But yeah, that's no bueno to me. I don't like no finger. I don't want no vacuum hose or whatever it is they use. No, we have not talked about monkeypox yet because just like COVID, I ain't scared. Not at all. I have a zit on my stomach. That's what I've been messing with here. I think maybe it could be monkeypox. Who knows? Not really. I'm not buying all that hype. Everybody's gotten to where they realize the COVID thing was bullshit. So now I know it. I've seen the pictures, but leprosy looks bad. What? Is my video frozen? Or is Mark, maybe Mark's internet's messing up. Later, Mark. See you tonight on, well, not see you tonight, but hear you tonight on the show. Okay. All right. So it's just Mark's internet messing up. Okay. So I'll talk to Mark later tonight. Uh, no. Yeah, Brandy, it was Mark. He has internet problems all the time. Uh, no, Keith, no. Never liked the idea of that anyways. Uh, I've had E. coli. That's the worst thing I've ever had. I would not wish that shit on anyone. That was, man, that almost made me drop another F bomb. I really would lose my monetization. I mean, like, that's three time. Uh, a little saying, I think the only way it seemed cool to me when I was young is if I was the only dude. It's, I've never actually had it, so I don't know. I'm a virgin. Uh, I guess everybody believed that one because nobody laughed. Huh. Interesting. Um, but Eagle Eye is the worst thing I've ever had. There's no, you can't get it treated. There isn't. They say that there is one form where you can get treatment other than that. You just have to write it out. That was the worst thing. My worst drunk as a teenager. I've never puked that hard. And it comes out both ends simultaneously. It was the worst thing ever. And then when you start feeling better, it almost like you're farting out of your mouth. It's disgusting. So that's why I don't eat Chipotle. So E. coli, that's something I never ever want to get again. I've had COVID, had worse hangovers. I'm not really worried about monkeypox. Did I freeze up again? I know I keep asking that, but when the comments, because everybody's been comments been going really good, and all of a sudden they stopped. Was it the monkeypox? Monkeypox stopped the conversation. You just have me on in the background. Oh, I'm like background noise. That's cool. Okay, cool. No, just okay. All right, we got 10 minutes, y'all. Yeah. I had a lot of people ask me to do a podcast, but I'm not generating enough interest in my channel or my live stream. I mean, y'all come here and you talk, and that's super great. I love this. But I think if I did a podcast, it'd just be me interviewing myself or stuffed animals, or who the hell wants to watch that? My granddaughter's been doing this thing. I'm surprised she didn't get me to post the video. A video was uploading the other day, so I was not the video that y'all saw. Um, well, we do a radio show. I have a co-host for that. Uh, if me and him live close, I would probably do a podcast. We're going to do some, and it'll depend. We're going to do some Twitch stuff coming up soon. We're going to see how that goes, and then maybe I'll consider from there. But we'll see how that goes. Is it streamed online somewhere? Yes, the radio show is screamed. Well, we could scream, but you wouldn't hear us. It is streamed um, at kcorradio.com, and the show's called The Foxhole. Uh, it'll be coming up. It's 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Uh, it's 6 to 7 for my time, which is Central Standard Time. So I don't know what time you're on, but yeah, we're gonna do a Twitch and see how that goes. But we're still trying to work out time and all that kind of crap. So, but yeah, you can listen to a radio show on kcorradio.com. Uh, but if you don't like Japanese metal, I mean, you don't have to listen to that part. You got me on in the background, not really paying attention. So you can skip the music parts and just listen to us talk. That's what some people do, I think. Yeah, and there's a live chat, which I don't get to see. I have to depend on them to tell me what's going on. I don't know why I'm not in the live chat. I think it's something secret they don't want me to know. Like people going, I hate that Bob guy. He's hilarious, but I hate him. Um, down to 7 minutes. I'm just trying to keep y'all posted on how long we got left. Uh, there's people. Uh, I'm not going to say anything mean, but there's people. There's people that don't like all sorts of music. But I love J Metal. And the shit we got on tonight is outstanding. Tonight's going to be a good show. We've also, hey, y'all will get to know this. Nobody else knows. Nobody else will know till tonight. We've actually reduced it by a song. So we're not pushing the time so much. We have more time to talk and do other shit. So, see? J Metal kicks ass. I'm having so much trouble convincing other people to listen to it. They'll listen and go, yeah, that's good. And then they won't listen to it anymore. Well, I don't get that. Especially my friends that say they're metalheads and they bitch about music. Jake, until people got me to react to it the first time, I had never even heard it except for, I mean, I mentioned the two bands that I heard in the 80s, but I didn't know it still existed, which was pretty naive and dumb of me. But it's kind of weird. You would think because when I watch, because I still, Loudness, Rock and Roll, Crazy Nights is one of my all time favorite songs. And I randomly listened to it on YouTube. You would think YouTube would have suggested other J Metal songs to me, but they didn't. But let me watch some stupid piece of shit I don't want to hear, and they'll suggest it to me all the time. Hey, check this out. Check this out. I don't want to check it out. I don't want to listen to that song. I think that's weird. I don't know how that works. Or if I watch a video, because I do go down rabbit holes all the time watching shit. Uh, and one of the suggested videos, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'll click on it. Next thing you know, I got 30 suggestions for that. No, it was just that one. You notice I didn't watch the whole video. I clicked off. It sucked. Kind of like my videos. It's funny that I put stuff later in the videos. And I know when people don't watch it all the way. I got to give away some shirts next week too. But I think I'll have left a small, medium, and maybe a couple of large. I got a whole bunch of small and mediums. Uh, and I do plan on in the future giving away some other stuff. All right, we got exactly 4 minutes left. So if you got anything you need to say, uh, hey, I know a reactor that's going to the Dallas show too. And that reactor has tickets right here. There's a genre you want me to check out. Well, Cynic, you know how to get a hold of me away from this. So uh, just message me and let me know what it is. Or comment on the latest video, the newest video that you see. Leave a comment there because I know you. So, but you can either let me know through Instagram or let me know like that, and I'll check it out. All right, I got 3 minutes. So don't forget live streams every Thursday from 2 to 4. The radio show is tonight, 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. I got more reactions coming out. I've got to try to get my Patreon. Actually have 2 separate double shot reaction for my Patreon that I have to do. I'll try to do the new Chris Webby and backs that thing up from Samson. I'll try to release those on the same day. Yes, I heard that, which is pretty cool. But I really do. Those of you that, I mean, y'all come here and hang out, and I know not everybody's talking, but the fact that they're staying here and is really cool. But all of you that come here and you talk, and I think it's more like a natural conversation like you would have with your friends when there's no, you can't talk about this. You talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. I like that. And it shows that y'all are a little more comfortable talking because it just goes in all sorts of directions. I really dig that. Because it'd be boring if we just sat here and talked about music the entire time. As much as I love music, if that's all we talked about for 2 hours, I think it would be a little boring. But by everybody being able to talk about whatever they want to talk about, and nobody's here shitting on them for it, I really like that. I appreciate that. And as I always say, and I hope y'all know it's true that I'm not just saying, I really, really do appreciate all of you. The fact that y'all watch my videos, the fact that y'all come here and interact with me is really dope. You don't make fun of my old man glasses. I appreciate that because I couldn't read your comments, so I wouldn't know if you're making fun of me or not. Oh, I'll be damned. Huh. I guess I can read. All right, Brandy. As always, I so appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. All right, I got to wind it down. Hey, be safe. Make someone smile if you get the chance. Don't forget to tell your friends and family each and every time you leave that you love them because you just never know when that's going to be the last time. Until I see y'all in my comment sections, it's good to see you too, little cynic. Thanks for being here. Or next week, y'all be safe. Peace.